All right, so let me back up to go forward. So what we have done here is we have taken a person in our database and we added an address and we added neighborhoods by clicking Find on Map, zooming in to the neighborhood, and then clicking all the neighborhoods around
Where the tag is.
that originally came up from the address, here.
Mm-hmm.
So next, what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to Smart Plan. We're going to click Smart Plan, and we are going to put this on a bi-weekly neighborhood nurture. What is a bi-weekly neighborhood nurture? It is an email that sends you reach out. This is a bi-weekly email that helps you reach out to clients, leads, or recruits to show real-time market data specific to their neighborhoods. What we're doing when I click this here is it will now send you an email every 2 weeks of specific information curated to you, Stacy.
Okay.
Now, what is this going to look like? Well, I'll show you.
Here's the preview.
So think of Facebook, Netflix, Amazon. This is going to be a website that is just like Netflix, just like Amazon, just like Facebook. Because Stacy, when you log on to Facebook, you log on to facebook.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do I. Yet your Facebook experience is different than my Facebook experience,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Your Amazon experience is different than my Amazon experience, yet it's still Amazon.com. Because what makes those websites so powerful is that it's a curated experience for you, which is why we keep going back.
Okay.
So this website that's created will have your logo here, your contact information here, because this is your website that you've created custom to them.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Here are all the neighborhoods that we just created.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Plunkett. Here's Little Ranches. And all of the properties that are active for sale in that community.
Okay.
Now, should they want actual neighborhood information, you go here to neighborhood stats at the top right. And here is actual neighborhood stats. Transit and commute information, nearby school information.
Very nice.
A widget connected to Yelp. Nearby homes for sale, along with neighborhood information. Oh, and your contact info.
Jeanette says, wow, my mind is just blown up because she cannot talk. Her daughter is sleeping on her chest.
All good, all good, all good, yeah. So here's my favorite part of this. So if they go back home here at the top.
Andy, isn't this a tool only a KW agent has?
Yeah, this is proprietary to us.
I'm sure. Especially
so here's
since
Stacy.
the neighborhood was purchased by them.
Yeah, exactly. So if we come here,
Yeah.
and we click and we like it, I'm going to go back to your contact. I'm going to refresh.
And it'll be, boom, it'll show up there.
You see all of the action that we were just doing just popped
Yeah.
up here?
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll be able to see what they're doing on your website.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, wow.
That's how
Yes.
Amazon does it. That's how Netflix does it. They see a movie you like, they show you what other movies are similar.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it, right?
Yeah, that's cool. Wow.
So you could set up all your contacts in there one by one and set them up on the smart plans. It takes like maybe 2 or 3 minutes each contact. That's it.
Okay.
So check this out. This is all the action that we were just doing along with the favorited listing that I just clicked.
Love it.
Cool. How convenient. Okay, so tell me when I can ask the question.
Yeah,
Well,
fire away.
Okay, you mentioned biweekly. Would I really send this to them twice a week?
You don't do anything. It's automated.
But do I want to flood them with this? Do I
And
want
you
them
could do it once a month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you here smart plans.
Mhm.
This is the library of all of the smart plans currently available for you to subscribe to. This is the bi-weekly one. This is once a month.
Now
You'll
again, Lee,
put them on the monthly
we're talking about people in my sphere of influence, right? Not
Yeah.
people that, not leads.
Correct. We're talking
So-
about you communicating on a frequent basis with value
Yes.
to the people who know you, like you, and trust you.
So when I see what they're looking at, do I reach out to them?
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't say, hey, I've been stalking you online. I would say, hey, haven't talked to you in a while. I was thinking about you. How's everything going with work? And you go roundabout and then tease them about real estate and see if they talk about it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you never say, hey, I'm stalking you. You lead them so that they bring it up.
Okay. Okay. And then my one last question that I have about what you just showed me there is, what if they tell me, well, you know, we're looking to move, but not sure what area yet. I have a few areas that I have in mind. Could we use that the same way?
Well, yeah, so you have a couple areas that you're interested in. Yeah, that's awesome. What areas are you interested in?
Okay.
And I would then leverage the LP Mama script.
Tell me what LP Mama is again.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my computer screen here so that because we're recording and it would make sense that I draw it out so that we can.
All I remember is spice, motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I should have wrote it down before. So.
It's okay. All right, you ready?
Ready.
We have location, price, motivation, agent, mortgage or cash, set the appointment.
Okay. Okay.
And so the purpose here is that you use this as an outline. The purpose of the outline is so that you can dig deep. Everything in sales is avoid snorkeling and scuba dive.
Okay.
And so dig deep. So I'm interested in 3 areas. Great. What are those 3 areas? Give me, let's role play.
Okay. Right now I'm interested in between Miramar, the Pembroke Pines area, and Hollywood.
Okay, awesome. Now, when you say Miramar and Pembroke Pines, are you talking east, west, or both of 75?
West. Well, Miramar would be east of 75. Pembroke Pines would be east of, what's another big road out there? East of 75 as well.
Okay.
And
And
Hollywood area would be central.
okay, now what does central mean to you?
Like near, what is central? What is the middle of Hollywood? I guess.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you.
Around Washington Street area.
Okay. Now,
Between
when you say,
Washington and Hollywood Boulevard, east of 441.
got it. Perfect. And so East Miramar, would you go all the way up to 75, or would you want to go west of University, west of Palm? Talk to me about what west means as far as Miramar and Pembroke Pines.
West of Palm, east of 75.
Got it. Now, do you see what scuba diving means?
Yes, being direct.
I'm not going to let you. Yeah, I'm not going to let you tell me anything without challenging you to get clarity.
Clarity. Got it.
Scuba means get clarity. So, what price home were you thinking of getting the home search started with?
I would say about 425.
About 425. Awesome. And where were you hoping to keep your payments at? May I explain?
Yes.
Awesome. So by payments, I mean principal, interest, taxes, insurance, plus mortgage insurance, plus flood insurance, plus HOA if there is one. Where did you want to keep all of that together per month?
I'd say like around 25.
Around 2,500?
Yes.
Perfect. And how much cash were you looking to put towards the purchase? By cash, I mean down payment, closing costs, repairs, and inspections.
Right now I have 5,500.
Perfect.
I mean, sorry, not 5,500. Sorry, 55,000.
55,000. Yep.
Yeah.
And do you currently own where you live, or do you rent?
Right now, rent.
Awesome. How long? How much longer until your lease is up?
We just signed, so we have 11 months.
Wow, you have 11 months. So you're getting the preliminary work down.
Yes, right away.
Yeah, Awesome. Have you ever owned a property before?
No, so I would be a first-time home buyer.
You'd be a first-time home buyer. Good for you.
Yes.
What brings you into the market?
Well, my mom gave me that large amount as a down payment. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. My mom gave me 40,000 and I had 15 saved up. So I think now is the time to buy with
I
that
love
kind of
that.
money saved.
Meaning when your lease is up.
What did you just?
Meaning when your lease is up. You're
You
not
said-
buying now, right, Stacy? You have a lease for another 11 months.
Yeah.
So you're ready to buy when your lease is up.
Yes. Yes. I guess I didn't.
Right. Yeah. So by the time your lease is up, how much cash do you think you'll be able to accumulate for the down payment and loan types of products?
That's what the 55 is.
Okay, perfect. I mean, I didn't know if you were in
Using
absolute cash saving mode.
Yeah. Oh, to have more than. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, right now our budget is at 3,000 a month savings
Mhm.
towards it. So we would times that 3,000 by 11, add another 33,000 on it. Well, 36.
Got it. Perfect.
Would that be-
Yeah, it's all good. We'll figure it out as we get closer. I was just curious if you were renting for a lot more or if you were in saving mode, and it sounds like you're in saving mode. Great. And so, do you have any other agents that you've been in contact with about this process?
No. Just since you called me, we've been talking about it, but you called me at the right time. So
Yep. I love that. And so we have two options here, Stacy. And the choice is yours on those two options. See, option number one is that you can start the process. Option number two is you can wait until we're about 6 months away from your lease being up. May I explain the positives and negatives of each one?
yes, please.
Sure. If you start the process today, we can find out if there's any warts on your credit. We can find out if there's any obstacles, any issues, anything that could get in the way. Whereas if we
Suppose
don't
they
do
say
that,
they've already worked.
what's that?
Suppose they say that they've already worked on their credit and it's in A1 condition.
Yeah,
What would I say then?
well, then you can say, would you like to see what you qualify for today? Or do you want to wait until you're about 6 months out to start the process then?
Okay. I will. Let's start today. Let's what would the pros and cons be 11 months away? I mean, that's a big, huge gap there.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's no doubt that starting your home search today would be kind of a tease
Yeah.
because you're not going to move forward with anything that you see. And then you'll constantly compare what you see today to what's available when you're ready. Versus starting everything about 6 months out, 7 months out, and then us going lock and step through our 5-point buyer plan of action. Would you like to hear about the 5-point buyer plan of action?
Please, because I'm like 5-point. I didn't get that one yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm doing, breaking script, is I'm
Yeah.
pulling you in.
Okay.
I'm pulling you in on purpose.
Thank you.
Because I have the plan, you have the need.
Okay.
So Stacy, the first part of this plan is what we call pre-qual. In pre-qual, we're figuring out how much cash you have, where you want your payments, and what interest rate you qualify for.
Okay.
We can start that process today, or we could start that process about 6 or 7 months away.
We can wait. Just
Yeah. Because then the second part is we're going to do a consultation. And that's kind of what we're doing now. Would you say I'm educating you a little bit on the process?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So when we get closer to the time, we'll really dive into a consultative approach to buying real estate.
Okay.
During that consultation, we will dive in full steam ahead into everything for sale by every single real estate agent, discussing the pros and cons of everything that matches your criteria.
Okay.
The third step is we're going to look at the best homes. And then we're going to write a professional offer, and I will negotiate like a bulldog in your corner. Arr.
I like the sound of that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And number 4, I'm going to handle the 52 people that get in the way of getting you to the finish line. My team will manage all of the folks from contract to close and help you get to the finish line of buying your beautiful new home.
Okay, great.
And number 5, which Stacy is my favorite, and that's when I hand you the keys at closing.
Wow, I'm excited already, Lee.
Oh, I am chomping at the bit. And so what I recommend you do is I'm going to set you up on a neighborhood nurture email where you can manipulate the data, change the areas, change the cities, change the search as much or as little as your heart desires.
Okay.
And know that I'm just a call away through this process until we're at about, let's say, November, December.
Okay. Now, if I
Stacey,
change my mind and I want to move before that, I can let you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you mind if I give you a call about once a month to check in, see if anything changes, and you could reach out to me anytime?
Sure, that would be great.
Awesome.
And
Look out for the first email and an invitation to my website, and subscribe to the website and use it as your search tool should you get bored or excited of looking.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me, Stacy?
Not right now. You gave me a lot of information right there, and I'll look forward to what you're going to email to me as well.
Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, Stacy, before I let you go, by any chance, do you know anyone who's just as excited as you to buy or sell real estate?
I do have a few friends that we were discussing with the other night. What I can do is ask them if it's okay to give you their information,
I love that.
and then I'd get back to you.
Well, I appreciate that. I will be sure looking forward to your call. And as always, Stacy, thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right, guys. Ahas takeaways. So you go first, Stacy.
You make it sound very easily. The 11-month situation would be very rare to run into because, well, no, it wouldn't be, because if I'm reaching out unexpected, then it could be anything. Would I discuss this with in its entirety, even if they were getting ready to close, or would I not close? Sorry, if they were getting ready to close on their lease in like the next 3 months.
I would do what I did no matter what.
Okay. Okay.
Because one part of your business is lead generation. Another part of your business is follow-up.
Yeah, definitely.
And this happens to be someone that you're going to have to follow up with and follow up and follow up and follow up and follow up and follow up.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
But Stacy, what this whole thing did is make you aware that they have the potential to buy. Just nurturing them to that point is the key.
Okay.
They have the money, they have the means and everything, and they are 11 months away, right? So this is discovering deeper, like Lee said.
And I just need to keep the momentum going.
Yep.
You have to stay organized, because this is going to be one of hundreds of people you're going to be following up with.
Yeah.
Hundreds. If you're going to grow a real estate business.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't wait for this person to be ready. You'll starve. Right? You can't go, oh, I'm just going to call this person back in October. Like,
Yeah.
you got to be putting deals together between now and October.
And
Yet you can't forget about this person.
Yeah, and they need to become familiar with me as well.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
And you will have the same conversation, the same relationship, hundreds and hundreds of times.
Okay.
To grow a large real estate business.
Got it. Got it.
A quick question. This is Liz. How often do you follow up on someone that is fixing their credit?
I would get in contact with the person who's fixing their credit, and I would ask them what the plan is.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Because you have to control your business.
Okay. Because I have a client that he doesn't have a credit. It's just his score is low. So the lender asked him to bring down the balances on the credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that his credit is bad. It just is a low score.
Yeah.
So
and again, you would ask the lender or whoever said this
mm-hmm.
what the game plan is.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Lee, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So when your client comes to you with the pre-approval and everything, and you look at a property and you go through the underwriting process for that, is it for that particular property or just for that loan amount?
So let's back that up. So let's start that question over. And welcome, Alex. This is group coaching that ends in about 15 minutes. So welcome to the party. All right, so let's start that question over. So start with the beginning of the question.
Your buyer comes to you with a pre-approval.
All right, hold there. Anytime a buyer brings you a pre-approval and it's not with someone who you know, like, and trust, like Catherine, for example, you always want to guide them to get qualified by your preferred lender, which takes skill. Because if the buyer is being qualified by a lender that you're not comfortable with or know how they work, you're asking for problems later.
So can I tell you what my problem is?
Sure, go ahead.
So now the lender is saying that they can't service a condo hotel
Yeah.
loan.
Yeah.
And this is, I told you I've tried to direct her to my servicer and it didn't work. Obviously, I have to work on my skill. And we did the underwriting for that particular property. So I'm just confused as to what I did or what I could have done better in order to prevent this.
Okay. So the first is the buyer is looking at a condotel.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what a condotel is?
Yes.
Okay. Explain.
So a condo hotel doesn't it doesn't measure up to the specifics of a condo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to explain this like 100%. I'm going to explain it
You're
into
doing great. Keep going.
and so there's not necessarily issues. The financing is different than a typical condo.
Okay. So stay there because now you're going to get yourself in trouble going any deeper. So a condotel is a hotel that they sell each particular room, just like a timeshare. So it's a timeshare that you own. It's the best way to describe it. Therefore, it has far more risk than a traditional piece of real estate. So therefore, banks are lending the money, they see it as a high risk. So therefore, their underwriting or their risk is deemed much higher. And therefore, very rarely do they lend unless there is a significant amount of money down. Significant, like 35, 40%. If they'll lend at all. Which is why the prices are where they are, because most people can't qualify or choose to qualify for that type of real estate. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. So this buyer, are they buying for investment reasons or are they buying to live?
Both.
No, you don't do both. They either are doing it to have as a primary or as an investment.
It's going to be a primary, but she travels a lot, so she's going to use it as an investment as well.
Okay, because most condotels have a limit to the amount that the owner can stay there. You with me?
Yeah.
So is she, how many lenders has she been qualified through?
One.
Okay. Is she still in her financing contingency?
Yes.
Okay. When does that expire?
June 22nd.
Okay. And so when did you go under contract?
I went under contract.
Roughly. A
A
week ago, 2 weeks ago?
I think like a week ago.
Okay. And so the lender said, hey, we can't underwrite this.
They gave an underwriter letter, and now
No. They gave you a pre-approval letter for the buyer. They gave you a pre-approval letter for the buyer, but the property is different than what the buyer qualifies for. What is the purchase price?
555.
And how much cash does she have?
At this point, she can have up to 30%.
Okay. So what I recommend you do is reach out to Catherine and ask her what product she has for that particular address.
I have a question because it says DU underwriting findings and it
It has
has,
nothing to do with the property. This has to do with the borrower. DU is desktop underwriting. That has to do with the borrower.
I'm asking because it has the property information there, so
It has nothing to do with the property.
it's useless.
DU is for the borrower, not the dwelling. So again, I strongly recommend, as time is of the essence, like today, have Catherine look at the dwelling to see if she can underwrite the property. And if she can't, who she recommends for you to reach out to.
Okay.
Time is of the essence. In other words, you must get 2, 3, or 4 lenders. You must have contact with 2, 3, or 4 lenders as soon as possible if Catherine can't underwrite this with folks that may be able to underwrite a condotel.
Okay, I contacted Catherine this morning and but how would I be able to prevent this in the future?
Well, now
Going
you know
through-
condotels are very difficult to finance. So before you show a condotel, you ask the lender, can you lend on this? Can you fund this?
Okay. So essentially,
Condotels are a very unique scenario.
I know timeshare is mostly all cash purchase.
Well, this isn't a timeshare. This is a
No,
condotel.
It's like you said, like similar.
Yeah, I mean, they'll be able to get financing. It's just going to be a lot down.
Lot of down, yeah.
Is that it, Shoshana, or do you have any more depth on this?
no, that's it.
Okay. So Catherine should be able to get back to you sooner than later on that. So if you hit her up this morning, I would call her.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
So
Yeah.
for a new agent, do you recommend they should have more trust in their own resources in the office because they will get more straighter answers and they will not be wasting time with people who are borderline not qualified?
Well, this person's qualified. They're just looking for a property that it's the property, not the borrower. So this particular buyer is looking at a property that is challenging to finance.
Right,
I mean, they have $150,000.
right,
I mean, this is an A+ buyer.
right.
Just they're looking at a type of property that is challenging to finance.
So could they be
Therefore, Shoshana has to now lead generate to find a lender that may be able to lend on this.
can they be re-educated buying something else?
Maybe, but the buyer was looking for cash flow to the property because they travel so much.
Oh, got you.
Right, Shoshana?
It's not the number one reason, it's just a benefit.
So can you sell them something else?
Yes.
Okay. So, but again, so the first step is you must now lead generate for a lender. You must call Catherine. If Catherine can't do it, you must call the next person. If that person, the next. I would call 5 different lenders, which means you can hop on social media and ask, is there any lender out there that can finance a condotel? I would even preference that a $500,000 condotel.
Okay.
And then if you fail, then I would revisit the buyer, sit down and talk to them about something else to buy.
Yes, another idea, Shoshana. I agree, Eddie. I agree. The other thing you could do is call the listing agents
Yes.
in the building that have closed transactions. So go on the MLS, go to closed transactions the last 90 days, and call those listing agents and ask them if the deal was cash or finance. And if it was financed, who the agent was. Or you might be able to see who the buyer agent is in the MLS on the close. Reach out to them and ask them who the lender was.
Okay.
It's a lot more work than you thought it was going to be. I know that.
For sure.
But again, time is of the essence. You can't stall on this because you already need to extend the loan commitment date because you got to start all over.
Yeah.
So I would contact the listing agent and disclose to them, hey, we just got declined because of the dwelling. I am in the process of reaching out to other loan officers. Do you have any that you know can finance this? But you must be on. You can't. You must be honest and disclose to the listing agent what just happened.
Okay.
Very important. This is being a professional real estate agent and being honest and transparent with the other side.
Yeah, because 22 June is not too far away.
Just you hit a roadblock. You
Yeah.
can't all of a sudden call the agent in 3 days and say, oh, by the way, we're backing out. Like, let them know now
Okay.
that you want to stay in the contract. Like, you have all intention. This is the issue. Does he have any recommendations? And this is what your plan is.
Yes.
Tell him what your plan is, not going, well, I don't know what to do. Yeah, you know what to do. You just got to do it. You have a plan. Disclose the plan and execute the plan.
Okay.
This is the fun part. This is the go time part. This is the part where most agents disappear.
Well, I've been calling since morning, trying to find a lender that does lend on a property like that. I just wanted to know what I could have done to prevent it from getting this far, because I thought I did everything that I could.
You did. The only thing you could have done different is call the lender before you showed the property to make sure they could finance it.
Okay.
Lee, what happened, in my opinion, and I think you will agree, is this lender was not aware of what kind of property this buyer is looking for.
Correct. That's exactly it. They had no idea it was a condotel.
Yep.